And we're live. Welcome back to another episode of Garage Talk with, NOVAtazz's, I don't even know the name of my own freaking show. NOVAtazz's Garage Talk with Friends. We have Kip from America Bumper to Bumper, and we have Chris from One Low Blazer on Instagram, and we have Jason from Old Car Auto Guy on his YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. And I don't think you have a Tumblr. I don't know if anybody has a Tumblr anymore, but anyway. So we're all here together. We have a couple good topics we're going to hit with. I figured the first one we'll hit is one of our friend Nikolai's, and his suggestion for topics for this week was your first brain fart. Your first project car. Thank you, baby girl. So, who wants to go first?
Pretty much all the cars I've ever owned have been project cars, except for like 2 that were new.
Okay, so what's your first one?
Oh, God. Well, the very first car I ever owned, I think I talked about it last time, was an 84 Mercury Lynx. That was a project car because my brother rear-ended a pickup truck with it. So...
Well, so then it's God knows.
Oh, yeah. So it needed complete new front end on it. It was terrible.
That seems to be the thing anymore now, is to take somebody else's wrecked car and make it new again.
Yeah, I wish they had YouTube back then.
All right. Wish I would have found YouTube when I started on the Nova. I'd have a hell of a lot more content. All right, who wants to go next?
My first project car was a 67 Camaro, 6-cylinder.
67?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
Didn't last long, but it was my first project. I was 15.
What happened to it?
My dad sold it to a buddy and then bought me the Nova that I was telling you about, the 78 four-door.
Right.
So
technically, was it your project car or was it his project car?
It was in my name.
You fell in love with?
No, it was in my name. It was in my garage.
All right, Jason, what about you? Is it the car that you're working on at the moment?
It is, and of course I bought that car in '95. So I've had it for 24 years, right? So it was a kind of my first hot rod. I was, in '95, I was 20 years old. So I just putted away with it. And when my son was born in 2000, I ended up selling it. But 2 years later, I bought it back in really, really rough condition. So
it tends to be the next person that likes it tends to not care about it as much as we did.
Yeah.
Though it does look pretty nice now. Did you paint it, or was it already?
My dad did.
Okay. Yeah, because I like that two-tone.
Yeah. Those are original Chrysler colors from 2008 when we painted it, but not original to the car.
Right. Hammer Down Motorsports in the chat says his was a 1983 Impala 4-door. I didn't know they. Oh yeah, I guess they started making Impalas, and then I don't even know if I can picture an '83 Impala.
They look just like the Caprice.
Well, I'm not sure. What? So like the big old square ones.
Yep.
My mom had a what was it? An '89 Caprice Classic or Custom. I don't know. It had the big plushy seats in it, and it was like riding around in a mattress.
Yeah, I had an '84 with a 350 4-barrel, and that car was fantastic. And you're like you said, floating on a sofa. It was great.
Yep. Russ Belt, I see you said you got a 72 AMX with side pipes. What was your first project car? and the Reno is running. I guess the Kia's got a date with a Reno. Okay, so the AMX was his first. The AMXs were always sweet looking. I mean, they were a little awkward looking, but they were the right kind of awkward looking.
My kind of car.
Yeah, the first car I ever drove was a 77 Nova, which is partly what made my decision to buy the one that I have now. It was a shop car at the tech school that I was at. And we had done some different stuff. We had shaved the head on it and rebuilt the engine and different stuff. And obviously, being a shop car at the end of the year, it got scrapped because they're not allowed to resell that once we get a hold of it, because God forbid one of us screws something up and somebody gets hurt. You know what I mean? So yeah, it went to the shredder. But so that also is what, yeah, I gotta, excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you, whoever that was.
That was on my end. Sorry.
So yeah, it's what helped make my decision to get the one that I got. I mean, I have a frog in my throat. Excuse me. I don't know. Pond out back. Yes, drinking Yingling. Chris, what is your beverage of choice today? Mexican pea water. And Kip, what is my spring water?
McDonald's, Coke, but I'm thinking about getting a little bit of whiskey in that shortly.
I don't even have my whiskey out here anymore. I give you some, but I also can't really give it to you through the camera.
That would be cool, though.
I know, wouldn't it? Here you go.
Smell-o-vision, taste-o-vision.
Yeah.
There you go. We need 5 dimensions to our videos.
Yeah.
Though there are some videos.
Imagine the subscribers you get then.
Depends on what you're filming. You know, if you're filming like apartment cleanouts, I'm sure we don't want smell-o-vision.
No.
You know, or like the hoarder. Can you imagine watching the Hoarders Network and having to smell what they're smelling? Nope. Sorry. Nope. I think things like that would go downhill quite quickly.
Delete that channel.
Now, if it's like some of the Food Network channels, man, I'm sure we'd have a shit ton more fat people.
Although I do drain cleaning, so smells don't really bother me anymore.
Well, they didn't used to bother me with where I'm at, though. Right now, smelling pee and shit doesn't bother me. While working in a mental hospital, they are not most likely always the most hygienic people.
Yeah.
And Jason, what is your beverage of choice today?
I am drinking the one and only Moosehead.
Well, there we go. Gotta have a Canadian favorite, right?
And hey, Steve Fast could probably attest to the nickname of that stuff.
Trying to get in.
Oh, he needs the same thing. If one of you guys can, he needs the same thing that I do with you.
Yeah, so, I don't know how to do that.
I need his email. But there, if you go up to the top of the Google Hangouts, there's a little guy with a plus symbol. And then when you click on that, it should have send invite. And then you can type in an email address. You're in your phone, so I don't know if it'll do that for you. I need his email.
I think if I leave here, I'll be gone.
Huh?
I said, I think if I leave out of here, then I'll be gone.
Right. I think so, too. Oh, okay, he's got me his email. All right. Don't put that in the live stream. That's not smart. Rustbelt says first time he's ever used a Google Hangouts, mixed reviews. Well, the thing is that the Google Hangouts is really easy for doing these multiple people in your live stream. It usually helps if you turn off the oven. Multiple people in your live stream. You didn't catch that, did you? Did you hear that?
I heard that.
Something about the oven.
I didn't turn off the oven.
Guilty. Guilty.
Bad boy.
Been there, done that. Yeah.
Though I do need to start finding a new solution as that will no longer be available shortly. Because with the new YouTube beta, the whatever shit they got going on, yeah, they're doing away with Google Hangouts, period. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to do these multiple people live streams after that, unless somebody else has already a way to do it.
I'm sure they'll have something to replace it.
I hope so.
I haven't looked into it, but what about Duo?
I don't know. I've never used any other software, so I mean, I'd have to go into a completely, you know, I would probably do like a private test stream and check it out first. Just so I didn't have to worry about it. Well, he was in, and it looks like he's gone.
He must have pushed the wrong button.
Well, he should be able to get back into it real easy now that I've already sent him the invite. He's using OBS. Just got to figure out how to connect others into that. See, that's my problem. I'm really good with OBS, but the problem is OBS is great when I'm by myself. But to use OBS, I don't know how to use that with adding multiple people. And like, this is easy. People can come and go as they want. They can click in, they can click out. You know, so over the hour, 2, 3 hours that I'm on here, you know, people can just join. You know, as long as they have the link, they can just join. Not sure who that is, but I can hear somebody's feedback. Wow, I've already got three thumbs down. Well, we had last week's stream, we had 20 thumbs up, right? And of course, I had only 3 thumbs down at the end of the night, but at the moment I have 5. So it was in the green of if you have TubeBuddy, how it tells you whether or not, you know, this video is liked more than disliked. It was in the green all the way up until like a couple days ago, and then I got the 2 other dislikes. The goat and 2 X's.
I'm sorry, I had to put that.
Oh, that was you. I thought that was Steve. Something Steve would say too. No, I'm sorry. No, Steve would talk about Salad Bar being the other one.
Salad Bar.
His nickname, not mine. We're going to leave that anonymous. If you know who Salad Bar is, that's fine. If you don't, we're not bringing it up.
Oh, come on. You brought it up already. Sorry.
Right, but I didn't mention who it was by name. I'm trying to be polite. No, really, I don't have any super big issue with that person anymore. I mean, I really don't. It's, you know, it's in the past. It's just become a comic relief at this point. Now we're getting a little too close to the real name there, Steve. Because we have mutual friends that still, you know, respect the man. So I don't want to sit here and completely throw him under the bus. Wow. Is he literally going to be a fan of my channel now? Are we going to really base the humor of my channel off of a single solitary person? Wait a minute. Nobody's supposed to have an issue with me on my own channel, damn it. No comments from the peanut gallery.
I'm allowed to comment. I live with you.
Sorry for that.
You've gone and done it now.
I've gone and done it. But we are definitely. Oh, did anybody see the when I posted the screenshot for the not screenshot, the thumbnail for this video after it's done being live. Anybody catch it on Instagram?
I missed it.
Yeah, he tagged me in it.
Well, yeah, I tagged a
I
bunch of
think I
people,
saw
but me and Steve had a nice little conversation in that.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I was laughing pretty good on that one.
Oh, that was funny.
I had some things I was going to add, but I kept it.
You kept it down low, huh? You kept it so down low, I didn't hear about it.
Yeah. I'd rather not get into that.
Oh, we didn't ask. We have Nikolai joined us. Nikolai, what was your first project car? Nikolai? Yeah, I'm not hearing an answer. Are you with us, Nikolai?
I think he's muted.
I think so too. And not by me though.
No.
That better?
There he is.
There we go.
2000 Ford Mustang.
Oh, there we go.
The one I'm getting on the 14th.
Oh, I thought you had something before that. It was your race car. Was that yours or that one you worked on?
I was working on that.
It wasn't yours?
That wasn't mine.
Okay. Yeah, he was working on what was it? Was it a Firebird or a Camaro?
1972 Camaro.
72 Camaro. Yeah, and it smacked the wall. On a what dirt track?
No, Mahoning.
Okay, so well, I don't know what Mahoney is. I'm not actually from this area, so I've never been up there. Jess has. I guess is it a asphalt track then?
Yeah, asphalt.
Okay. Been to Mahoney Raceway?
Mahoney?
Yeah.
Mahoney Valley Speedway?
Yes.
Not since I was little.
But it was a asphalt track or dirt track?
Asphalt?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. I don't know if you can hear the other half of this conversation or not.
I can hear.
Yep.
Well, then my mic sensitivity is really up there then, because she's in a whole nother room.
So's my sneezer.
Your sneezer?
Yeah, the sneeze from earlier.
Oh,
That
okay.
was like 2 rooms over.
Oh, I only heard the person say "bless you." I didn't actually hear this.
We heard the bless you. We didn't hear the sneeze.
We need to share this live stream. We only have 8 people in here.
1 second. I'll share some people.
You probably can't hear my wife giving me the stink eye either because she's saying it's time for bed. So, guys, I gotta go.
All right.
All right.
Thank you for joining.
Maybe next week we'll stay a little longer. All right,
Yeah.
guys, we'll see you.
Night.
Mm.
Is he in a different time zone?
He's an hour. He's an hour ahead of us.
Okay. Yeah.
So for like when I start, it's 10 o'clock for him.
Yeah.
Steve asked me what's for dinner. It's not au gratin potatoes.
Scallops.
Scallops potatoes with hamburger, green beans, and peas. All right. See you later, Kyle. Yeah, I just put the munchkins to bed.
Yep. Invite. I shared it.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Yep.
I forgot to do that before I started. Normally I share it everywhere, and I was just too busy. Oh.
Yeah, I was a little busy too, where I would have shared it.
So, Chris, I saw a little something on Instagram before I popped in tonight. You added a little more
Bling.
I don't know if I would consider that bling. I consider that more sleeking out, smoothing out the front end of your Blazer a little bit.
Yeah, I added full billet Phantom grill today. Quite tedious task. A lot of trimming of the original plastic grill to make that fit, but took about 5-6 hours.
Wow, I wouldn't have thought it would take that long.
I was
What do you
being
think?
very meticulous because I didn't want to mess up the plastic chrome grill, cutting too much off of it. So,
I don't know. It turned out nice. I think the time that you took to do it, it came out really nice.
thank you.
Kip, you got anything new going on?
Not tons. I haven't been able to get any videos out between work and it still being cold as hell up here.
You want to shout? You want to shout out your live stream real quick?
This week I didn't even do it because I had family coming in. So and they came in late.
No, you gonna do it next week?
Yeah, I'll do it this week. Yeah,
Okay.
8 o'clock Eastern. I do car news and chat with everybody that's in the live stream, recalls, all that sort of good stuff. So come on, stop in.
Hey, Burning Rubber Garage. Welcome to the live stream. All right, have her down. Steve sounds like he had a really good dinner. Is that on the Traeger? I don't know what a Traeger is.
It's a smoker.
Oh, okay. I like. Have you ever been to Anthony's? I think there's one.
I have not.
There's one up in. Is that Shillington? No.
I've seen them around. I've just never ventured to one.
Yeah, there's one up by the where the old Babies R Us was. In Target, right off of 222. What the hell is that called? Is that That's Why I'm Missing, isn't it?
I'm not sure. That's above me.
Yeah, that's why I'm missing.
Yeah, they there's an Anthony's down there. It's really good. They have really good wings.
So did you see, Sean? Did you see what I posted in the chat?
What chat? Where?
On Facebook Messenger.
No. Well, see, the thing is, once the stream starts, my thing is down.
It's like 2 days ago.
Oh, I don't know. The Mustang? I commented on that.
I didn't even see a comment on it.
Yeah, I said it was nice, and I told you it wasn't a bad car, just to make sure you check it over.
Yeah.
I'm not a Mustang guy, so that's about as unbiased as you're going to get as a response from me.
I'm not a Mustang guy either, but hey, the guy's writing the title over me. Fuck it.
Well, yeah. You just gotta, like I said, you just gotta watch what you're getting into, because just like any car, there are things that will come back and bite you if you don't notice them.
Yeah.
Especially with those SN95s.
Yeah. I think I saw Low Lid. He snuck in here. Welcome to the chat.
I'll transfer over to the stream.
We're a little laid back this week, I think. Not so much super duper excitement.
Yeah.
Not that I necessarily have a problem with that, but by the way, I don't know if you guys have seen my Instagram post, but I'm getting a lot closer to getting that second gen RAM t-shirt or whatever I want to use it for design.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It is literally hours into just the tread on those tires, because like the rest of the car is easy. It's nice big sweeping lines, which are really easy for me to bang out pretty quickly. But all of the little tiny details, I mean, if I blow, like, it's a vector image, so I can blow it up as big as I want and shrink it down as small as I want, and it won't look choppy or cruddy. All of the individual treads are in that tire. And I had to put every single one of them in. It wasn't like I was able to take an image and it immediately just like have it pull all the outlines out, because trust me, I tried doing that. It didn't work. So I had to go in there and actually pick out all of them. Stupid Fast, if you want to join or are able to join, the link is in the Facebook Messenger stream. If you click on that, you can pop in. Can always use more co-hosts up here. And he just got his Banshee done, if anybody noticed that. If anybody follows his channel, he has a Banshee that he's been working on for a while, and I think he just finished it. And he's actually kicking my butt in subscribers too. He's up to like I think 1,700. Double check on my little thingy here. Oh well, no, he's really kicking my butt because last time I checked it was 1,700. He is just now, well, not maybe just now, but he's up above 2,000 subs now. 2,081 subs. Congrats, stupid
Wow.
cat.
Yeah, good job.
Yep, and he's local. He's right here in Tamaqua.
The Banshee, is that a four-wheeler?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, Nikolai we've had it's a 2,000 Banshee. No, 2,000 subs, I think is what he's talking about. According to my thing, he's got 2,081 subs.
Yeah, that's what I had too. Well,
He's only got
2008, just follow them.
Yeah, he's only got 54 videos. He's got 332,652 views. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I have 250 some videos, and I've only just now banked over 500,000 views.
I got 299 videos and 306 subscribers right now.
No, and you know everybody moves at their own.
Oh
pace.
yeah, definitely.
Oh,
I just see these other guys and just start getting envious.
Well, yeah, and if you let that get to you, it can bring you down way. Like, trust me, I've been there to where I let how fast I was growing affect, compared myself against other people, and you just can't do that. If you end up doing that, you don't know what their capability is. I mean, they're be working with a different budget, a different amount of time that they can film for.
Oh yeah.
That there's available time to do anything, plus available content as well. I mean, like right now, I'm happy to be growing at all. I haven't produced any actual not live content in 3 months. Which hopefully that should be changing this Friday. But anyway, so I mean, I just move at my own pace, and if I grow, I grow. If I don't, I don't. I'm not looking to make this into a business. So if I never reach 500,000 subs, I never reach 500,000 subs or 5,000 subs. 500,000 subs would be great. But yeah, I just do what I'm going to do. I work on my vehicles anyway, so might as well bring you guys along with when I can. Another thing is on my Instagram, I posted. I got the fluid pump in for the truck. So hopefully that's another reason why I need to go up to the shop. I need to get the Trans Am back together, get it fired up, and drive it out of the shop. So that way I can tow the Ram in. Is the Outlaw? I'm surprised you haven't hit 2K yet. And by the way, if you saw the Outlaw's post, he just pulled he just kind of made a mistake and pulled the hood wrap he had on his car and went with the stripes, which I actually liked the stripes. I thought they were wicked. But apparently they didn't lay down the way that they wanted them to, or the way he wanted them to. So I guess he's going back to just the hood, the full hood. Yes, if you have not hit Nikolai, I think I'm repeating in your thing. I don't know. But if you have not hit the thumbs up button yet, please do. I can use all of the help that I can get.
Smash that thumbs up button.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not one of those types. I mean, I say it at the end of my videos if I remember. But I'm not one of those oh my God, I gotta hammer it down 3 times during the video like some people do.
It's annoying.
Well, but the thing is, this is a necessary annoying. You know what I mean? It's annoying, but for some of these people that are trying to make it their business,
yeah,
you do what you got to do. I mean, you let wow, brain fart, enthusiast. Come on, the white diesel guy. Why am I not coming up with a name? Somebody's got to have it. This is part of the 717 crew. He's got that maroon dually diesel as the
Mike?
the white. No, it's not Mike. It's wow. I can't even remember a name. Awkward silence ensues.
Well, let's go through their list. We got Steve.
Ryan in the chat's got it.
Oh.
Dirty Max Jack.
All right. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you look at what he's doing. I mean, he like a year ago, his enthusiast brand didn't even exist, or just over a year ago. And you know, it's pretty big now. I mean, it's all in how you market yourself. And all of the shit that we bitch about that are annoying, well, the problem is it works. You know, why do people clickbait? Because it works. You know, you like Steve said, you have to remind people or they forget. You know, that's part of the reason why I have so many views, and a year ago I had so little subs. It's because of the fact that people watch your stuff and then they move on to the next one. You know, and they don't stop and hit the like button. They don't stop and hit the subscribe button. I can't tell you how many videos, like on YouTube. I mean, when I watch YouTube on Xbox, sometimes I'm just watching videos after videos, and I forget to stop, and because you have to. If you've ever watched YouTube on Xbox, you literally can't just like go down to the bottom of the screen and hit the like button, which is where it should be. You know, you should not have to go to a different screen and hit the like button on YouTube. You know, that shit should be like right there. There's a subscribe button and the like button should be at the bottom of the screen as soon as you hit the D-pad down. But if you watch YouTube on Xbox, you have to hit the down button. You have to scroll all the way over to the more options to even get to the like and subscribe to the channel buttons, which is retarded. Yeah. But that's how it is. So you have to constantly market yourself and push yourself because nobody's going to do it for you. You know, if you don't push and market yourself, if you don't share your stuff where you can, if you don't, you know, if you're not a pest and you're not a pain in the ass, well, then you're not trying hard enough. All right, Peanut Gallery. Let's see, what do we got in the chat? If your connection cutting out or is it mine? I don't know. Mine seems to be just fine, at least on this end. I don't know how it is in the stream. I'm not actually watching the stream, so.
I mean, I'm watching on my other phone and it seems fine.
All right. We got 13 viewers right now, 44 playbacks. We're doing pretty good. What car is the Kill Bill car? All right, somebody's got to be able to answer that question before I bring that over here. What would be a car that I would be enthused about that was in Kill Bill? And
I'm gonna guess Trans Am.
I wonder why. Now, which Trans Am was in Kill Bill?
Yeah, I hate to say this, but I haven't seen the movie.
Oh my god.
I know.
It is an awesome movie, and it's actually two movies. It is. Let me click on the thingy so that way you guys can see my screen, or I just can talk. It is the 1979 Trans Am, and it is one of the assassins drives it. It's not actually what's her face that drives it. And then I've got, which you guys can't really see here, but I also have Kit sitting here as well. So I figured I got a bunch of models. I might as well rotate them in the background here and there because this background's pretty boring.
I mean,
it's not. No, it's no, Steve. It is not. It is not that. Which I think was that a Silverado? Pretty sure. I think it was a Chevy. It was a Chevy something, I do believe. If anybody's seen the movie and knows what the pussy, I'm not. I don't think I can say that out loud. I'm not sure. I might get demonetized on my own channel for saying the name of a vehicle. Though I guarantee you, enough of my videos got flagged because I had the word Trans Am in the title.
Oh my word!
right after all that stuff, the word trans would get you demonetized, which is retarded.
That's fucked up.
So I had to manually review like every video for like 8 months. Every video. And
what is this world coming to?
Literally.
well, I mean, geez, who was it? Somebody posted something on. I think it was Nikolai. Was it your video that got? Or maybe it wasn't you. Somebody I was following on Facebook. Their video got claimed by Sony Entertainment.
Really?
Oh yeah, because it may have had some content in it from that they owned.
Did you see what Steve put in the chat?
Yeah, I saw it. we'll put it there in the chat. But anyway, you know, I've had a few of that stuff go on. You know, where something I'm filming a family moment, right, and the TV happens to be on.
And you hear it in the background.
Like a Disney movie or something happens to be on. And then say, oh, you know, you can't put that video up because it may have content in it that doesn't belong to you. Like, really? You know, it's getting to the point to where the copyright laws are so freaking annoying that you can't live without worrying about whether or not you can film your own family moment and share it to your friends and family without, you know, like Facebook. Really?
Yeah.
If you're posting it to your regular Facebook, not marketing it, nothing. It's your personal Facebook. I don't care what copyright content you have. It shouldn't be an issue because you're not selling it.
I don't even do anything on Facebook anymore. The only thing I go on Facebook for follow car.
Oh, I mean that's basic. I use Facebook for two things. I use Facebook for friends and family, being able to share because of my friends and family, none of them live close. So I use it to share family moments. And then I also use it for just the networking for car and YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Networking for parts, networking for anything. Basically what I
mean, I used to, like a year ago, I was like pretty heavy in the Facebook, but then they flagged me and said, you're on the verge of being banned for 30 days for something that I posted 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. That's like really stupid.
Yeah. So at that point, I'm like, you know what? I don't have time for that.
My buddy posted when I first got the gray Nova, the primer gray one, we had completely stripped it out, and he took a couple pictures of the air show and all that, and he put it up on his Facebook. You realize those got banned, those got flagged for nudity.
Oh my God! Because you put stripped.
I mean, yeah, it's a naked car, but there's no nudity.
No.
Every single one of the pictures that he put up in that set got flagged for nudity. There wasn't even any people in those photos. It was all just
that's just laugh worthy right there. Like
it is. It's annoying.
Yeah.
You know, what is the point of having a platform if you can't do anything with it?
Yeah.
This is a controversial subject, but you know, you take TUMBLR a couple months ago. TUMBLR got big off of not safe for work content. What do? Completely kick out and ban anybody that posted not safe for work content. Like that's like your biggest following. You know, you take YouTube. YouTube was big for people that were parroting, you know, other people's work, people that were doing covers of songs, people that were doing things. And what do? You make all of those videos not available.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, geez, you look at some of their biggest ones. You got FPS Russia. Could he make it on YouTube today? No. One of the biggest freaking channels cannot make it.
Well, gents, I gotta run. It's great being on, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you, Kip, and don't forget to check out Kip's live feed on Thursday,
Friday at
8 p.m.
Yep. See you later.
See ya. All right, another one bites the dust. I mean, and even us car channels. I mean, you can't go to a car show anymore and just film it.
Yeah, because
unless you mute the camera.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the thing is like I can't. If a nice car starts up, I have to worry about whether or not that car is going to be loud enough to drown out the music in the background.
Yep.
Because if it's not, then there's a perfectly good, cool looking car rolling by, and I can't catch its audio.
Yep.
hopefully I'll be able to start making more videos once they get this car.
Yeah, I would start making videos from the first day that you pick it up. If you need help editing, I'm more than welcome to help. More than happy to help. Not more than welcome. More than happy to help. So, I mean, you never know where it might take you. I mean, you look at some of these people that started producing content when they first got their first car, and some of them are pretty big. Other ones, you never hear from them. So, I mean, you never know where it's going to take. And the biggest I can tell you is get other channels that are above you but close to you, and collab. You're going to start growing by basically being seen in other people's pools of audience.
I think watch Junior Go. I don't know if you've ever seen him. He's
Who?
always doing all kinds. Watch Junior Go.
Nope, never heard of him.
He just started.
But I'm very specific on the channels that I really watch. If you're going to get me to watch your channel, most likely you're going to have some kind of build on it that I want to follow. That's basically a lot of what I watch. There are some that I follow just because they're entertaining. You got It's Just a Six. Yeah, he's got a shit ton of builds going on. But he's also entertaining to watch. He's a train wreck waiting to happen, and that's kind of why I enjoy watching him.
Garrett,
how about the Miata?
That poor Miata. Though that was very entertaining to watch them tear that motor apart.
I haven't gotten to that video yet. I just saw the thumbnail with it exploding.
It is utter carnage. I don't know how that engine was still running. But obviously Steve Hammerdown Motorsports, he's got several builds that I'm watching. I am dying for him to get that Ram back in the shop, which he's been teasing us for like 8 months now. So yeah, hopefully I'll get down to his shop sometime in the near future. That is definitely on my to-do list, is to go down and check out his shop. And apparently I got a Reno to race. So, but where was I? My thought has left me. But yeah, I mean, there are reasons why I watch certain stuff, and it depends on what it is and whether it interests me, and if I can learn something. I mean, that's the biggest one, is I tend to watch stuff to learn. If you're gonna, I mean, it's one thing to just post your build. It's another to document your progress of your successes and your failures. Because we learn from your successes, but we also learn when you fuck up. Like, oh, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter what it is. I still have to, speaking of Lolid here, I still got to check out some of his videos. I did, what did I check out last week? It was 410 something. He's one of, I found him through the Rust Belt video live stream. And he's been in here. He's not in tonight though. Oh, he is?
Lolid is, yeah.
410 something?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Lolid still.
No, Lolid's here. He says he's listening while he's working.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're like slightly entertaining, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched some of Lowlid's videos. I mean, he's got some pretty cool, custom rides up my alley. So
Say that again. You broke up.
he's got some pretty cool custom rides, and it's up my alley.
Oh yeah, the lowriders. Yeah. Well, shouldn't it be down your alley?
Yeah.
Up my alley is more my thing. I like them high, them low. Though I do like a slammed caddy.
I have one.
If you get like a late 60s, early 70s caddy and just slam it to the ground, God, ow, that was loud. That was not a gunshot. I think that was a table hitting. No, it was a child gate hitting the floor.
That's actually what I traded for my Blazer, was a 65 Cadillac DeVille 4-door on air ride, primer black.
Oh, I love the big old caddies. Like you said, I had the big old.
I loved it too, but I didn't love the fact that it had a horrible hack job of an LS swap that actually ended up catching on fire after I got rid of it. And the interior was completely gutted except for the dash, 4 broken door panels, and horrible, horrible seats. So it needed a full interior, and I might as well just pull the engine out and start it over again.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, great. LSs are great and stuff, but you got to think that's a big, heavy car.
Yeah.
Unless you're sticking something like a 502 in there.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weight to pull around. I mean, like I said, LSs are great motors, but that's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I miss my big block caddy. Technically, there wasn't a big blocks, but I had the 500 cubic inch, and I wanted to build that motor so bad. What lift are you putting on the? I don't know, didn't he say he already has a lift on that thing, doesn't he? Steve's Ram.
I don't think he's put any on the new one.
No, he has the not the new Ram. He's talking about his second gen. His V10. He has that second gen V10 Ram. It's actually one of the first couple of videos that I watched on Steve's channel was when he had the Ram in it. Because I mean, I like the Camaro and all, but the Ram was what caught my eye. Because
I like
mine.
the variety of his channel. He's got so many things going on that it's.
He's got snowmobiles. He's got Fords. He's got Chevys. He's got he's got that. What is it? A 2x2?
Yeah.
The little ATV thing he's got.
Yeah.
Geez, he's got a freaking little tiny, trash can econo box. And he's not to mention he's got the shop build itself, literally building the shop. He's got so many things going.
New content for days, for years.
Like, geez, I mean, he doesn't even. He could just go out and go film in his garage every day and put a video up at the end of the day of what he's done, and he's got content.
Yep.
I mean, I know he literally specifically sets down to make content, as you can see by the way he does his videos. But literally, he could run his channel as a daily vlog of just what's going on in his life that day. And as long as he's out in the shop, he's got content.
Yep.
He can't categorize me. No, he's a jack. Well, I wouldn't say he's a jack of all trades. He's a Steve of. I don't know. I can't think of a good thing to go there.
Steve of all wheels.
Steve of all wheels. Wheeling dealing Steve. No, he's not a wheeler dealer. I just don't have the time between work and child visitation and just, my girlfriend being in college and all that. I don't have the time to be away from home that much to work on my vehicles. So, and the weather certainly didn't help. Having a garage over your head is all great and fine and dandy, but when it doesn't have heat, it'll protect you from rain, but it's not protecting you from the cold.
Yeah.
And the garage isn't even finished. It has no insulation in it at all. It's literally just framed out with some just plywood on the outside. It doesn't even have any. It doesn't have any of the what is it, Tyvek or whatever that they put on the outside. No siding, no Tyvek, just bare plywood framed out. So it's not like it's protecting me against wind much either. Greg does a lot with diesel Rams. Who's Greg? Yeah, Hammer Down. I think you need to insulate before you need heat, because if you put heat in that garage with just that metal siding, it's just going to go right the hell out. You're going to spend so much cost in freaking heating trying to heat that giant ass space with no insulation. Need to find time, motivation, and several projects that need to be finished. Yeah, I get you on that. Well, Ryan, if you what is Greg's YouTube channel? Anyway, good, Steve. I would say, because otherwise you'd be wasting your money in heating. Finding time and motivation. In fact, literally, I just started taking. I don't know what it is. It's HTP something. It's just a supplement to help with. You know, I have SAD. So I get depression, especially in the winter, and find a really hard time to motivate to just even do your normal day-to-day chores. And so I started taking something to hopefully help my to boost my mood. Greg Albrela. I don't think I've ever heard of that channel.
I was really waiting for another.
Another what?
So I was really waiting for another Greg name to come up.
Oh. Aren't we past that yet? Or are we still 5 years old?
It's the boomerang effect.
It just keeps coming back, huh?
Yeah.
You try to throw it away and it keeps coming back and smacking you in the ass.
Yep.
Oh God.
Oh wait, is that Greg A, the one that was down at the call-outs? Oh, yep. He just said it was at the call-outs. Okay, I know who Greg A is. I don't think I've ever watched his channel though. I did. He's the one that shit canned his one Ram right in the middle of the track. I think that was like the first or second call out. The freaking sweet ass black truck. I actually have footage of that thing blowing up, but I never made I made like 2 burnout videos from going down to the call out. But I had so much footage from going down there, and by the time I was able to get home and edit it, there was no point, because it was so flooded because of all of the YouTubers that were down there, not including the YouTubers that were actually participating in the event, but just all of the YouTubers that were down there to watch. With all of those people there were so many people getting up shitty vids, or just getting content up, not even good content, that it was so saturated that I could put my video up and it wouldn't have done anything, because literally it was just, there's too many. Like I said, it's oversaturated. There comes to a point to where it's fun to cover a big event, but if you don't get your video up quickly, then by the time you get it up, the people are not interested anymore.
It's old news.
Yep. And like I said, I had lots of great footage. I was down in the center section in between the lanes. Not like way back. I was literally, in the first call out, I was literally up in the middle. If you watch my burnout video from the first one, you'll see a lot of the burnouts that I got were from inside the center of the track, which was great footage. Problem is unfortunately, not many people saw that video. Yeah. It's still up, but not a lot of people saw it, because it was just, like I said, too many people posting too many vids, and it gets overlooked. There's some great video of Steve's car down that I took from that. I did give him some of that footage. I don't know if he ever used it, but that first time that he had it down there, I had some great burnout videos of him being down there. I have an awesome video of Andy doing a burnout in the in his Dirty Max. In fact, actually, he ripped up part of the concrete at the edge of the strip during his burnout. Like literally, it took the very chunk on the edge of it and kicked it up. In fact, Jess is the one that took that footage. She was literally 2 feet from his tire, down on the ground, literally level with that tire as he was doing that burnout. It was a really cool shot. Yeah, Steve, I do believe I watched her call out videos. I think I watched a lot of people's call out vids because there was a purpose. I literally had shirts made up to go down there. My first generation NOVAtazz custom shirts, which were literally just this name across the front of the chest, and then all of my social media call outs on the back. And I literally made that so that way, as I knew that I wanted to be down towards the front among all the action. So I was literally hoping that enough people, that I would get in enough people's vids that, you know, people would see it. It didn't work out so well. I mean, people did have it in, but I think a lot of people edited things like that out.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see it a lot from a lot of people. You know, because God forbid you cross promote somebody else's content.
Great example, Motorama.
Yep. I don't think I saw our little stand at Motorama in anybody's video.
I had one. File corrupted.
Oh, that sucks. I was wondering why you didn't put yours up.
Yep, file corrupted.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, I think even
after that.
Do what?
I broke that phone after that.
Oh, well, that's not smart.
35 minutes of good footage that got ruined.
Well, I mean, anything can do that. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're filming on a good GoPro, a knockoff GoPro. Geez, fuck it. I have, in fact, it's not this one, but I had an external hard drive, you know, 2 terabyte external hard drive. All my footage from like 2017 was on it. Corrupted. You know, I mean, it can happen with anything. It doesn't matter what you're using. The main thing you need to do, I mean, other than your external hard drives, if you have a thing you're recording on, like, you know, like I record on cell phones. We won't turn that one backwards because of reasons. I still have to get that off. But you know, here we'll show this one. I can show this one. This one's just straight black. But I record on my old cell phones. I mean, they all have really good 1080p cameras on them. They all work just fine. I'm no longer using them as phones, so they're just very thin cameras that I can carry around. But the thing that you can do is before any day that you're recording, reformat the memory card. It makes sure that you have a clean slate to work from. It makes sure that, you know, you have a nice, good, clean foundation. You're not saving over top of already saved content. Because even though you delete something off of the flash drive, there's still bits and pieces of it that are left. Whereas when you reformat it, it completely zeroes out the memory. It rewrites it all with all ones or all zeros, which makes it start from complete scratch. You know, so you have the least likely ability to corrupt your data. And it's also how you plug in and it's also how you connect and disconnect when you're recording. So like, let's say you're going to download your content onto your laptop. Make sure that, you know, when you plug it in nice and firm the first time, because if it gets like a, you know, like not a real good connection, it can start doing a file transfer and then interrupt it in the middle of it, and boom, your file's then corrupted. Hammered on Motorsport says, he says, what's the name of my video? I do believe it's just call out burnouts or something. I don't know. It's been so freaking long. I'll tell you in a second here. Gotta go back far enough. Before that.
All right, I'm gonna hop out of here.
The one was with all right, see you later.
Have a good night.
Yep, see ya. The one called Ladies Showdown, Uncut Lady Call Out Oktoberfest. I don't think I did a burnout one of that. I might have. No, I don't think I did. I did one of the Motorama. And then the other call out one I did. Well, that was before we had best burnouts of the August. Best burnouts of the August call out, Cecil County Dragway. Not sure if there was one before that or not.
I've been trying to get out to the but
You gotta speak up, I can't hear you.
I said I've been trying to get out to.
Say that again? I can't hear you. You must be covering your mic.
That better?
A little better.
Oops, sorry. How about now?
Yeah.
I've been trying to get out to Crocs, but getting out there is the hard part.
Well, yeah, they're not necessarily that close. I mean, the Maple Grove one would have been awesome to get out to, except for it wasn't actually the, you know, it wasn't run the same. I mean, that was just Mike. It definitely technically, I guess technically it was a call out, but it wasn't. It definitely was not. It was not produced with everyone else. That was strictly Mike by himself. I think I did. Did I get to the very end of that one or not? No, I don't think I did.
I know Nick posted a video about why Nick and actually Mike do not collab too much anymore. Because sort of Mike went to the.
Well, yes, but you gotta. I mean, that's just like everything else. You know, if you've ever, you know what PR is. So they don't. There is no benefit for them to air each other's dirty laundry out because it doesn't help anybody. Because they all have shared fans. So if Nick were to start bashing Mike on live cam or on whatever, I mean, we saw what happened when Andy and Mike and all of that stuff what happened with Nick's car at the end of there. You know, you saw the shit show that happened after that, and they all got hurt. You know, it wasn't just, you know, Nick that took a beating. All of them took a beating because it doesn't pay for any of them to blackmouth each other. So, of course, you know, you got to take anything that they said with a grain of salt because they're not going to come out and say how they really feel because, again, it'll just stir the pot.
Yeah.
And it'll be bad news for all of them. So I don't think that anything that any of them said, wow, I'm really fuzzy. I don't think that any of them have actually come out and said exactly what's going on. I don't think any of them have come out with the whole truth. They have what they want us to know, okay, but it may not necessarily be the whole story.
Yeah.
You know, it's the PR version. You know, I mean, everybody has that happen. You know, there's people, the celebrities out there that go out on a drinking binge and get in all kinds of trouble, and then the next day the PR guy comes out and says, "Well, he did this, this, and this, and that's what we're admitting to." You know, that's how that stuff goes. And welcome to the stream, Grant. Glad to have you here. We had Jason on here earlier, and we were talking about how you are only 25 subs away from hitting that 1,000 sub mark. I don't know if you say that again.
Just a second, I'm gonna go see. I don't think I'm subbed in.
I can hear you a little bit.
1 second.
10:06. So we should actually start getting some other people in here. Hopefully Matt shows up here soon. Wanted to do it before 4/1. Oh, you're 1,000 subs.
He said about that, about being in about 10.
Well, I mean, the thing is you can have goals. It doesn't mean you're necessarily going to meet them. But I mean, to think about it, where those two started at, and with only, basically like a month and a half, 2 months in, and, they're both really close to being monetized. I mean, they could have been taken a lot longer if they wouldn't have collabed like that. Between Jason and Grant, if they would have been trying to reach those 1,000 subs on their own, I don't think either of them. I mean, granted, Jason probably would have been a bigger, a decent boost by going to Nick's Garage, but I don't think he would have hit 1,000 subs at that point either.
Yeah.
I think it's the way that those two collab together, and they have that live stream on Thursday nights at 8 to 8:30 Eastern. There's your plug, Grant. And they alternate what channel it's on. I think that was an awesome idea. And it obviously worked out good for both of them. I mean, they keep going at it. Grant's definitely going to hit 1,000 subs. And obviously Jason already has. We're now waiting for Jason to hit the 4,000 watch hours, which he's going to hit that eventually as well. But I mean, it's a matter of, the fact that they decided to come together. They have a great freaking co-hosting relationship, and they have a nice formula going on, and it's entertaining to watch, and they're just going to continue to grow. And as you see it, their live stream grows every week as well. I mean, they're setting new records every week that they hold the show. I think the last one was a pretty good record show. And I think I caught the end of it. I don't think I caught the whole thing. I think I was a couple of minutes late to it. Yeah, see, he said he was at 734 subs at New Year's. So in 3 months, he has 3 months he has gained like 200 and some subs. So, I mean, actually more than 200. Yeah, 200 and some subs. And, so it definitely was a plus to him. And like I said, you created a good friendship with Jason and a good community for everyone that sits there and watches the show. I mean, it's basically what I do here, but I mean, granted, I do collab with all of you guys.
Yeah.
And it's my show's a lot less formal than theirs. Theirs has a nice flow and a nice pattern to it, whereas mine is just basically us sitting here chilling and chit-chatting back and forth. I mean, it's great when we have a bunch of people in the live stream and they're chit-chatting back and forth, because that also adds to our conversation and helps come up with new things to talk about. I was going to talk about the Darkwing Cadillac motor that I came across. I think I was watching somebody's video on the new Corvette and rumors regarding around it. I think one of the rumors was that Chevy was going to stick this Darkwing Cadillac motor in the Corvette. And from what I've researched, the answer is no. Apparently, Cadillac does not want to share that engine with anyone. And you know what? I kind of like that. I miss the old days where when you bought a Cadillac, you got a Cadillac engine. When you bought a Chevrolet, you got a Chevy engine. When you bought a Ford, you got a Ford engine. You didn't get, you didn't have a Pontiac with the same engine as its competing Camaro. The Pontiac Firebird did not have the same engine lineup as the Chevy Camaro. That was it was interesting. you know, you had a reason to buy that Pontiac versus buying the Camaro, other than just the body style. Obviously, me, I'm a GM fan. Low Lid in here says he's a Ford engine person. I do not know anything about the Godzilla Ford engine, unless that is that 1,000 horsepower engine that they're talking about. No, that was the Elephant. I don't know what the Godzilla Ford engine is. Oh wait, no, that's that one that they're trying to replace the diesel with, isn't it? The Godzilla engine.
I think so.
I think that's what they're trying to get rid of the diesel out of their Ford trucks, and you use this engine instead, because they're going back to the pushrod style V8. Yeah, 7.3 big block, which is still smaller than the Caddy motor I had, which was an 8.3. Hey, Elliot, you're more than welcome to join on cam if you can. Hopefully Matt and them are joining. I don't know. I kind of miss having him in the streams. I don't know if he's joining or not.
I'm surprised my 4 gig's holding up as well.
Oh, I mean, 4G is not bad. 4G is actually faster than most landlines.
I'm surprised it's holding up right now.
Well, I'm going to see if they're joining. Give me half a second to type this out.
Yeah, take your time. It's like, I really don't even know if I'm going to start do modifications on this car.
Well, you need your first call to order should be literally just taking care of the basics.
Yeah, oil.
Yeah. You know, you when you get the car, I would film you doing the basics. You know, you're gonna have to go over the whole car and find out all of the stupid stuff it needs. I mean, it is a 20. No, it's would you say it was a 2000?
2000.
A 2000. So yeah, it's a 20-year-old car. You know, it's going to need stupid things that probably weren't maintained on it, you know, for the last, you know, however long. You're going to have bugs and little quirks from it being a 20-year-old car that you can take care of. So you're going to have content just taking care of those stupid everyday maintenance issues that may or may not have been taken care of. So, you know, just deal with that first, because I mean, you're not going to have a whole lot of money. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, you need to take care of that stuff first. You know, you can't performance mod. All right, Nikolai, I don't know how I just echoed, but you need to take care. You have to have a good base before you can start applying performance mods to it. So suspension and brakes is number one. You know, before you even start taking care of any power adders, you need to make sure that your suspension and brakes are definitely up for it.
Yeah.
All right, and then you know, obviously you're going to have to tackle the basic maintenance to the engine. You know, then you can start tackling things like the interior. You know, unless you don't care about the interior. You know, but if it's your daily driver, you're going to want to take care of all that stuff long before you start doing performance mods to it. And I don't, Steve, I don't mix beer and shots. At least not in the same drink. Yeah. Here, Burning Rubber Garage is sitting here trying to give you the exact opposite advice that I'm giving you. Yeah, and like Grant said with his Fairmount, you know, he's working out the basics and the stuff that needs before he can start playing with power adders. I wish I could afford a diesel. I I can't afford a diesel. Diesels cost way too much. And Steve, I don't have any Jameson. Sorry, I have nothing but a bunch of whiskeys, and Jameson is way above the way above what I have here. I don't have the stuff to make an Irish car bomb. Man, I'm gonna get demonetized just for saying that.
What the hell is my Facebook phone messing up?
If I could get a diesel version of my Ram, I would have, but they're like $3,000 more than what I paid for my truck at bare minimum. And I don't even know if I can sell my truck for what I paid for it now. My truck's got over 265,000 miles on it right now, and at the moment has a Hurt transmission. So,
What did you pay for it?
what?
What did you pay for it?
$2,800.
That's not too bad.
After $2,800 out the door, I technically paid $2,500 for it, sticker price. And then after, license tags, title, all that stuff, I paid like $28, $29, somewhere around there.
That's not too bad.
But no, I mean, I'm perfectly content with the 360 that's in it. It's definitely got plenty of power. And the thing is that the 360 is going to be better for mudding, which is what I want to do with it anyway. If I was looking for a tow rig, it definitely wouldn't be a 1500. I mean, I do plan on using this truck for towing a trailer with, so I can car parts, different things. But when it comes to the point of me needing an actually like an enclosed trailer, hopefully by then I can afford like a 2500 or something. So because this 1500, I don't think it's going to pull an enclosed trailer. I mean, obviously it would have to be an aluminum one, but yeah, I don't think it. So.
I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna get this damn car no matter half a block without the damn cop deciding he's gonna be a dick about it.
Say what?
I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna get this car half a damn block.
We're losing your audio here, buddy.
1 second. How about now?
You're fine now.
I'm still trying to figure out how the hell I'm gonna get this car half a block without the cop being an asshole.
Well, it's called learn when to do it. I drove a lot of illegal things. I mean, I drove my Ram all the way from down in Auburn all the way up to Lehighton, and it wasn't registered or insured.
No, this thing has no plate on the back of it, so.
Have someone follow behind you.
Good point.
It's only a half mile. That's like nothing.
Not even a half block.
Huh?
Half block.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I mean, if you have obviously don't do it with a cop sitting right there, but I mean, if you can't get it freaking half a block without a cop spotting you, then I don't know. I don't know if you got cop dar on or what. That answers Steve's question. If his V10 blows up in his second gen Ram, you know what you need to drop in that? He needs to drop an old school 426 Hemi in that sucker.
Yeah.
That's what you need to drop in that Ram.
I forget what that Camaro had that I was doing the work on for Mahoning. Trying to remember what motor that was.
I have a problem.
You're out.
I'm empty.
I've been empty.
There you go. 6.4 Hemi might be nice. Hey, some of the best freaking builds are ratty ass looking outside truck with a freaking gorgeous ass drivetrain.
Yeah.
Sleeper, man. Be right back.
I guess why he's doing that.
Nikolai, you're supposed to keep up the chat while I'm gone, not disappear completely. Well, yeah, I mean that is you never want to drive super far, but I mean that was as much as I wanted to push running that car, but it wasn't like that truck literally stood out and screamed pull me over either.
I'm back.
It's just the fact that they're played out. I mean, the thing is, it's like everybody dropping the old school small block 350s and everything. It's just it's become the far too easy thing to do. I'm not looking to LS swap my. I guess I don't know. Is it technically an LS? What is the motors that are in the new Camaros? They're not LSs, are they? Aren't they LFAs or something like that?
I think they're an LFA.
But I mean, that's what I want to drop in my Nova. I want to drop in one of these new school engines out of these Camaros. But then again, you know, it's a Chevy. I want to drop a Chevy, and so you got to go with what's available. So if I want to drop a new engine in an old car and want to keep it a Chevy, I need to find out what they have out now that I can get a hold of. I think my bare bones budget engine swap, that the lowest I want to go, excuse me, is the LQ4 with the 6.0, which is basically a 383 stroker. You know, everybody makes it sound like it's this big ass engine, and technically it's only a 383, which in my day and area, that's a small block.
Yeah.
You know, I'm used to big blocks being 400 cubic inches and up, which is, you know, a 6.6 liter. I'd love to find like something. If Chevy made something like a 454 now, that'd be awesome. You know, because I'd love to drop a modern 454 under the hood of that Nova. I mean, the thing would be a screamer.
Yeah.
You know, with today's technology and that big of a cubic inch, I'd have trouble keeping the tires underneath of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. You look at how much power they're making out of. I mean, Cletus, they had what, that 4.8 liter? What was the last motor they had in Ruby before they put the built motor in it?
Yeah, the 4.8.
Yeah, 4.8 liter. Well, you know, a 5.0 is a 302 or a 305. You know, so you think about it, a 4.8 is smaller than that. So that's a 280 something. You know, that's a really tiny engine, and it was making like 800, 900 horsepower. Can you imagine if you doubled that cubic inch, the amount of power you could make with today's technology?
You wouldn't have to do weight reduction.
No, and that's the thing is I mean, that's like my Trans Am I have now. It's got a 400 cubic inch. It doesn't have a whole lot of horsepower. It only has maybe 280 horsepower, but it's pushing like 450 cubic feet of torque. Oh, not cubic feet. It's pushing like 450 torque.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of torque. So it just rips those rear tires like immediately. No, is it going to be screaming down the quarter mile at, you know, 170 miles an hour? No. But it's going to be damn fun on the freaking street between stoplight to stoplight.
Yeah.
I mean, but see, again, that's a completely different genre. Like I said, for me, big, powerful engines, 400, 454, 427, you know, my 500 cubic inch caddy motor I had, those were all big bruisers. Today, you're looking at, you know, 5.3s, you're lucky if, you know, 6.0s. To me, those were all small engines. Now, granted, like I said, they can do a hell of a lot more with a smaller package than they did back in the 70s.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but again, the difference is torque. You know, the amount of torque that the engines in the 70s were making compared to their horsepower numbers was completely different. You know, you were looking at, you know, now before smog area, those engines were making like a 350 could easily make 350 to 400 horsepower before smog. You know, as soon as the smog hit it, they didn't know how to tune those engines to make both power and meet the smog regulations. Well, smog regulations won out, so power, they nixed the power by constricting the heads. You know, it made for better emissions, totally neutered the engines. Yeah, the V10 is an 8.0, which is still smaller than my Caddy motor. The V10 in the Ram 1500s is still smaller than the 500 cubic inch engine that was in my Caddy.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a V8. I mean, literally, you got to understand it. The pistons in this 500, I could stick my whole leg in.
Holy shit.
The bore size was about 4.5 inches. I think it was 4.3 inches was the bore size. That's huge. I don't have a ruler. That's the deal. Okay, so 4.5 inches. That's that big. I mean, like I said, I could easily fit my whole arm down those freaking cylinder boards. And at the time when I was, you know, when I was that age, I could literally stand my leg inside of those cylinder boards. And you know, they're huge. 4.3 inches across.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was a big engine, but it would only rev to $5,000. You rev that thing any higher than $5,000, and the top end was coming apart.
Motor.
Huh?
You go figure it's a bigger motor.
Well, no, it was the way that the valve train was designed. It was the weak link. They had it was a T pedestal design, so it had a center bolt, and then it had two rods that came out from the center, and the rocker slid on that with a little tiny metal clip that held the rockers in place. Well, as soon as you got up above $5,000, the rocker started to wander off of the pedestals, and then the whole top end comes apart. The Reno is a 10. Yeah, I think I doubt that there, Steve. Maybe a 1 liter. I think you missed the period. Hey, Matt.
What's up, Matt?
1 liter coolant capacity. That's hilarious. But I mean, that's the way things are. I mean, it's cheaper to build the smaller engines, and they're making more power out of them and producing less emissions. So I mean, they're not going to want to build them big ass freaking engines because you got fuel mileage involved as well. You know, this isn't the 70s where gas was like 30 cents a gallon, or 60s, I should say.
Yeah, $5 a gallon if you have a bigger motor like that.
Well, it's not a matter. It's going to see the same pricing in gas. You know, you can still run those big engines on 87 unless they're a performance version of that engine. Yeah. You know, so it's not a matter of whatever. It's just going to be you're not going to get the gas mileage that you're going to get out of one of those smaller, like, you know, the 5.3. Though I guarantee you get a 454 or a 500 cubic inch LS, that thing is going to sound nasty. I mean, I've heard some of these smaller engines and they can make the ground shake. Can you imagine an engine that's another 100 or so cubic inches bigger than that?
Holy shit.
The whole ground's going to shake next to you. I got to get you out to the TA at some point this summer, because literally you stand next to that Trans Am while it's running and you feel it in your feet. If you watch my one video where I think I had something about the fact that the too many bald eagles for my camera.
Yeah.
I had my camera sitting on top of the Kia that was about 10 feet away from the Trans Am, and we're on grass, so it's not like a solid surface, and it was shaking the camera on the Kia.
Holy shit.
And so, you know, I mean, you can literally, there is no telling, even if you don't have if you have earplugs in, you can't hear anything. There's no way you can't tell that engine is running just from the vibrations, just from the feel of the engine running. That'd be awesome, Steve, to see Steve and Matt doing a cooking collab.
Oh God, I'd love to see that.
And Matt, if we had yesterday's weather, I might have been doing this live stream out on the front porch.
Good point. It was warm yesterday.
Huh?
It was real warm yesterday.
Oh, it was nice outside. I definitely wanted to have a beer out on the porch, though it did get a little chilly towards the end of the night.
I was hoping I would have my fishing license today.
When Steve and Matt, when you guys have your cooking call off, you need to let me know so I can pop down and join you guys. Definitely would love to be a part of that. That'd be freaking awesome. Cars, yeah, I saw the pictures from that car show, Matt. There were some really, really nice cars down there. You had them posted on your Instagram, I saw. Hopefully you have a nice video edit of that out. I'd like to see that, because your video edits from last year were off the chart, and I can't wait till you start them up again this year. We're going to be done this part in no time.
Heisler's car show.
The what?
Are you going to Heisler's car show?
Don't they have them like every Sunday or Saturday?
Not
the
every
ice cream
Sunday.
place?
The big one that they park down in the driving range. That is, I'm pretty sure, this summer. I'll find out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd want to go up there, just because of how crowded it is, without me having one of my cars on the road.
Yeah.
If I had the Trans Am on the road, I definitely want to be down there, but I need to get some work on that first. I mean, it runs and it drives, but like I said, I need the right carburetor rebuilt, because the carb that's on it, I can't really run it much above idle. It doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Because it's not big enough. Where is Hunt Valley at, Matt? Is that near you, or where is that? $900. I think they do still sell those. I think that's what the Merlins and other blocks like that, I think, are what the monster trucks are running, because they're running them really huge engines.
I think I'm gonna go out to the high school car show this year and do a little bit of a video on.
There you go. I have a nice video of that car show on my channel if you haven't seen it.
I have not.
Yeah, that was from last year. In fact, I think it's actually named the Heisler's car show.
Well, check it out. I don't know. I might just go up do a video, or I might just go up and go live.
Tell you what, the live videos are nice and all, but just it's nicer to do, especially also for your editing skills, to practice doing actual edits.
Yeah.
Because the edits are going to, you're gonna end up with better video quality in the end.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, it's called the Heisler's Ice Cream Bar Cruise. Cruisin'. That's what the name of that video is. It's got a sweet freaking AAR CUDA.
Yeah, that guy lives up on the top floor that owns that car.
Yeah, he's an older gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally bought that. I was talking to him. He literally bought that car as a basket case.
Yeah.
The whole car was torn apart and in boxes when he picked it up.
That because it's caddy corner from Persini's. That's the garage. I'm pretty sure he keeps it in.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know anywhere. I'm not from this area, so barely anything around here I know of. I basically go from here down to Warnersville to work and back, and I don't really go out around this area because I don't have anybody to go out with, so I don't know anything that's out here. So if Matt is 45, if it's 45 minutes, he's about 45 minutes south of Harrisburg, and I'm another, and it takes me about 2 hours to get down to Harrisburg. And then he said it's another 45 minutes south of that. God damn, it'd take me like 3 hours to get down to there, at least.
That has to be at the Ohio border then.
Huh?
That has to be just about the Ohio border.
No, he says it's down in Maryland. Off Route 83 in Maryland.
I mean,
yeah, I work at the hospital near Carver and Weiser. Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to stand and sit there, be going out driving out to like Tennessee, Nashville.
I did. I drove from Reading all the way down to Sweetwater, Tennessee to go pick up the engine that's in my Trans Am right now. That was over 9 hours.
I had a friend who drove out there, like say last week.
Yeah. I have a video of that trip. I actually made that trip almost twice. The first time I made it down to Maryland, and I made it down to Maryland, and the truck broke down on the side of the highway. It was freaking freezing ass cold. There was snow on the freaking ground. We broke down at like 9:30 in the morning. We didn't get picked up until 5 p.m.
Oh,
and I had to load that truck on the back of a U-Haul. Now, I don't know if you know how big a standard car hauler is on for a U-Haul.
No, I don't.
I have the not the same cab that it's basically the same length cab that's on my Ram now, but it doesn't have the fold out doors, whereas my new one does. But with the tires that were on that truck and the length of that truck, the back tires were literally sitting on the very edge of the trailer. Like like half of the tire was off of the trailer.
So it's a case of where you blow the wrong way, the damn thing's coming off.
Well, no, I literally had that truck ratchet strapped from the back of the truck all the way up to the front of the trailer. I ran 2 ratchet straps from the rear axle all the way up to the front of the trailer, and then I had the whole truck ratchet strapped down to the trailer. And the width of the truck, if the truck was a ½ inch wider, it wouldn't have fit on the trailer. And I drove that sucker back from Maryland all the way back up to Reading. Actually, Exeter. Because it blew the engine.
Is that the same truck that lost the tire?
No, that was the truck I have now. And it didn't lose the tire. Well, yeah, I guess it did. It did 2 things. One time, the hub blew up. So it grenaded the hub. And then another time when I had the black rims on it, I didn't torque all the lug nuts down enough. But then again, to my credit, it was like 20 degrees outside, snowing, and 11:30 at night, and I was beat ass tired. And I needed this truck for work the next day. And I get up at 5:30. I got to leave for work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I was tired, and I made a mistake, and I didn't tighten the lugs all the way, and the rim went flying off. Needless to say, you learn from your mistakes.
I had an interesting thing happen here. I sold those subwoofers I had sitting around.
You what?
Those subwoofers I had sitting around.
Yeah, you finally sold them.
Yeah, I was sitting here and the guy texted me. I put them up on Letgo, and it was actually
Right.
deaf who actually bought them.
Okay. I mean, I know they can still feel sound.
Yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure he bought them.
All right.
I mean, hell, I got an air compressor and $10 out of that.
That's not bad.
No. And this air compressor is $150.
Yeah.
Brand.
Burning Rubber Garage. Nobody wants to get Facebook, but you know what? If you need to network for automotive or any other reasons, Facebook is one of the biggest places to network besides maybe Instagram. But Facebook has a better interface for finding the things that you need. It's definitely way better than Craigslist ever was.
I can't even use Craigslist. My phone doesn't support it.
Well, Craigslist is a website, so
Yeah.
it should you should be able to get it on whatever. But there's nothing else on it anymore. All right, see you later, Steve. I need to get in touch with you about possibly getting together Wednesday. I don't know. Let me message me.
I'm surprised that this right here is being pretty chilled out.
What is that?
For the firehouse pager.
Oh yeah, there was some good commotion going on the other night. I think it was. Was it Saturday?
Yeah, it was a carbon call.
Yeah. Oh,
I was there.
I just kicked my camera.
I'm surprised you. I don't know if you were home. Not last Wednesday. Wednesday before that. Well, I came past the house. I had the aerial out. I was laying on the air horns coming by.
Oh, I don't know, because if it wasn't by I'm normally gone till probably close to 8 on Wednesdays.
Well, it was probably like 6:30, 7 o'clock.
All right. Well, we're starting to lose everybody in the chat, so I think now would be a good time to end it. If you guys haven't checked out my Teespring, please do so. I've got tons of cool merchandise, including shirts like this one. I also have a 4th generation Nova's website or Teespring account if you happen to like those cars. And if you haven't hit the like button, please do. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'll see you guys again next week. Have a good night.